Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my first video in my Law of Attraction series. I mentioned to you guys in a previous Get Ready With Me about a month ago that I wanted to start sharing with you guys my Law of Attraction journey. I discovered the Law of Attraction a few months ago, and ever since I've been putting it into practice in my daily life. My life has completely changed. If you haven't seen that Get Ready With Me and you guys care to check it out, I will have that linked down below. But today I just kind of wanted to share with you what the Law of Attraction really is, what it means to me, how I use it in my day-to-day life. So what is the Law of Attraction? The Law of Attraction basically is a universal law, much like the law of gravity. It's kind of similar to like the law of cause and effect, reaping and sowing and stuff like that. It basically is a magnetic power in the universe that attracts similar energies to itself. It can attract thoughts, feelings, people, situations, circumstances into your daily life depending on what energy or vibration you're putting out into the universe. We live in a vibrational reality, a vibrational universe. You can see this in everything that is around you, yourself. You are made up of energy. Everyday household objects like makeup brushes, my phone, my lighting, all of that stuff has a frequency or a vibration. Whatever vibrations or frequencies that we are putting out into the universe, we attract back onto us. Kind of like karma, whatever you put out into the world is said to come back around. What goes around comes around, stuff like that. So whatever energy you're putting out into the universe, those energies are going to be drawn back onto you. And if you're not aware of what you're putting out into the universe, you could be drawn to you unwanted circumstances, unwanted experiences. For example, if you are focusing on the negative side of something or the lack of something, say you don't have enough money to pay a bill or you don't have enough money to do things that you want to do in your everyday life. If you're sitting there focusing on the lack of whatever it is you're focusing on, you're going to be drawing more of those energies to you. If you're affirming that you don't have that money by stating, I can't afford that, that's too expensive, I can barely make ends meet, stuff like that. If you're saying those things and affirming that is what you are, those are the energies that you are drawing to you, because that is the frequency that you are vibrating at and that is what you are being aligned with. Whereas if you're focusing over here on the positive side or trying to find the good in whatever situation you might be, you'll be attracting more positive things into your life, more positive thoughts, which lead to positive emotions, which bring the people, the situations, the circumstances into your life. I do want to share with you guys a couple of my favorite Law of Attraction quotes. Now, I don't know who exactly said these. I'll try and find whoever originally said these and list them down below in the description box. But the first one that I want to mention to you guys, I have them written down over here. The first one that I actually want to mention to you guys pretty much sums up the Law of Attraction in general, I feel like. And that is, you become what you think about. And that is so true. I really like to say this to myself if I am having a bad day or if I'm on Instagram and I see somebody else having the kind of lifestyle that I would like to have. I just kind of take a step back, think of this quote, say it out loud, whatever. And it really helps me kind of put things into perspective, and it helps me change my focus and change my vibration and help me stay on my right path. You want to take a look at the thoughts that you have every day regarding yourself. What do you say about yourself? What do you think about yourself? Are you sitting there saying, I can never be like that, I want her body, I want her confidence, I will never be that successful, I can never do that, I can never do this? What are those things that you are thinking about yourself or talking about yourself? When you start becoming mindful of the thoughts that you have about yourself and you're able to observe those thoughts and switch them around, it'll definitely change your life. And I'm 100% proof of that. If you guys have been following me for a while, I actually made a video last year around this time when I came back to YouTube before I discovered the Law of Attraction and all of this stuff. I was in a really low place. I told you in that video that I am my worst critic. No one could say anything about me that would make me feel worse than how I would talk about myself and how I would make myself feel sometimes. I would just get into my own head and I would beat myself up, and that's just not a healthy thing to do. So once you become mindful of those thoughts and you're able to tell yourself, no, I can achieve whatever it is that I want. No, I can be successful. No, I can have that body. No, I can do this. I can do that. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you are right. That is another one of my favorite quotes. I think that's by Henry Ford. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's by Henry Ford. That is one of my all-time favorite quotes now because it's so true. What you feed your mind is what you're going to start believing. If you tell yourself that over and over and over again, that's going to be pushed into your subconscious, and that's just automatically what you're going to think about. When you're sitting around not aware of your thoughts will drift to those beliefs and attract more of that to you, if that makes sense. I'm hoping this all makes sense because it makes sense in my head, but I know I can get very rambly. That can be one of the hardest things, especially if you are somebody that beats yourself up. I know personally from experience, I'm still not 100% there, but I can tell you little things that helped me along the way just in these last few months is becoming aware of when I was saying something negative about myself or when I was thinking something negative about myself, looking in the mirror and saying, no, I can do this. No, I can be that. I can see myself succeeding. I can do anything I want to. I am beautiful. I am whatever, whatever, whatever. It might seem really, really silly, really strange, very awkward at first, but I can tell you over time, when you start shifting those beliefs about yourself, it makes such a huge difference. So definitely try it out. If you ever find yourself starting to say something negative about yourself, stop right there. Stop in your tracks. Even say it sometimes out loud. No. I say that sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, stop. Whenever I want to completely stop whatever thought I'm having, I'll just verbally out loud say stop. If you're in front of people, you might look a little crazy, but it honestly helps. It helps me, and hopefully it'll help you guys out there. So I know that kind of went on a little rambly rant there, but just a little bit of helpful advice that definitely helped me when discovering all of this, because it can be difficult. And I mean, there's still days where I get down on myself and I really have to kind of pull myself back, take a step back, be the observer of my thoughts, and go from there. So it just takes time, it takes practice, just like working out. Your subconscious mind is a muscle. You have to exercise it, you have to work on it, and you have to have the intention of wanting to change in order to see those changes in your life. So I know that was a little bit of a rambly mess, but hopefully it makes sense, and hopefully that helps you guys if maybe you are somebody that's struggling with yourself. One of my other favorite quotes is thoughts become things, and I never really put this into perspective until I actually watched the movie The Secret, which introduced me to the law of attraction. They say that in that movie. Thoughts do become things. If you look around you right now, everything material-wise that is in your possession or around you was once someone's thought or someone's idea. And that's just crazy. When you step back and you just really look at everything, these lights that I have, this camera, my microphone, my phone, my clothes, you know, my wedding ring, all of this stuff was once an idea that somebody had. So if you have an idea and you feel like, oh, I could never do this, or oh, I can never succeed at this, if you put your mind to something, if you have that thought, it's already created somewhere out there. It's already created, and all you have to do is put forth the effort to see it come into your physical reality. This one definitely puts things in perspective to me, especially when I think of things that maybe I want to create, or things or ideas that my husband has that he wants to create, and we get kind of like, oh no, you know, that could never happen. Just take a look around you. If you have an idea that you want to bring to fruition or manifest into your life, take a look around you. It'll really open up your awareness to know that everything around you was once a thought or idea. Electricity, cars, planes, makeup, telephones, cell phones. It's so crazy when you open your mind and you see all that. And then the last quote that I want to share with you guys is energy goes where attention flows. This one's really crazy. I actually did a little exercise. I think I found it on YouTube. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. I can't remember the name of the video or the lady that did it, but she had you stare at your hand and imagine that there's a little like dial, like a stove dial thing that has numbers 1 through 7 on it, and imagine yourself turning that dial all the way up to number 7. And as you're sitting there focusing all of your energy into one of your hands, you stop and you look over at your other hand and you start to feel some kind of sensation. I personally felt like my hand got super freaking hot. My mom did it and she said her hand got really cold. And then when my husband did it, he said that his was kind of like a crackly. I can't really remember how he described it, but he felt like little tinglies in his hand, I guess. So it just goes to show you wherever you're putting your focus, that is where all of your energy is going. So if you're putting all of your energy into lack, frustration, negativity, you are shutting yourself off from all of the good that could potentially be coming into your life. Those quotes honestly have helped me so much, especially when I get very frustrated, very down. I am somebody that gets very impatient rather quickly. I'm a Sagittarius. It's like in my blood to get very impatient. So sometimes I get down and I'm like, this stuff doesn't work. If it's taking a long time for something to manifest into my reality, I get very impatient and very frustrated rather quickly if I don't see evidence of it working. Even though I've seen so many crazy things happen in my experience since using the law of attraction, I still get that way, and I feel like that's just life, that's just who I am. And even though I'm working harder and harder on that, it's just something that I'm going to have to work on because I can be pretty impatient. But they really help me stay focused, take a step back and observe what's going on around me, make sure I'm putting my energy into what I want in my life. I think one of the most important things when using the law of attraction is just becoming more aware of your thoughts, becoming mindful of your thoughts thoughts and your emotions. Now, there's no way that you're going to be able to control every single thought that goes into your brain. It's something that takes time, especially if you have beliefs that are deep down in you that are counteracting the things that you are trying to say or think about. It can take a lot of time because you really have to kind of shift your beliefs. If you're somebody that always thinks negative things or thinks of lack, it can take a while to shift your belief to abundance and prosperity and to actually being able to have, be, or do anything that you want. For some people, that can be really hard to think of or believe, you know, especially if you've grown up with lack or you've grown up with just negativity around you in general. It can be kind of hard to shift your awareness, but just becoming more mindful of how you feel is your indicator as to what you are thinking. If you are feeling bad, odds are you're having negative thoughts or lack thoughts. If you're feeling happy, joy, ecstasy, love, all those emotions, then that's what you are putting out into the universe. You're obviously having positive thoughts, and therefore you'll bring positive things into your life. So you just want to become more mindful of your emotions and how you're feeling. Now, your emotions aren't bad. If you have bad emotions, don't think that, oh my gosh, I'm automatically drawing things into my life that I don't want. As soon as you become aware of having that negative emotion or that low vibration, you can change it. You can come to the realization that, oh, I don't want to feel this way. What's making me feel this way? So I can raise my vibration and I can move towards a feeling that will make me feel better. Having negative thoughts is not a bad thing. When I first started with the law of attraction, every time a negative thought would come into my head, I'm like, no, oh my gosh, I'm drawing negative things into my life. It doesn't work like that. It does take time for things to manifest into your life. So don't think that when you're having a negative thought that it's the end of the world, shitty things are gonna happen to you, because that's not necessarily the case. Once you become aware that you're feeling that way, you can figure out what's making you feel that way, so you can figure out what it is that you do want and then shift your emotions. Again, that can be very hard. I still struggle with it all the time, especially if I don't become aware for quite a while and the thoughts in my head just start to pile up. You really want to get in there, you want to weed out those negative thoughts before it gets too overwhelming, because let me tell you, it can get very overwhelming and it can be very hard to do, especially when you're just starting out. So don't get discouraged. It does take time, and you're never gonna 100% have positive thoughts 24/7. It's just not gonna happen. Take it easy on yourself. Allow yourself to feel those negative thoughts, but once you realize that you're having those negative thoughts, figure out what's making you feel that way. Figure out what you could do to change it and start moving in the other direction towards a higher vibration. Make sure you check out the movie The Secret. It's on Netflix. It's what introduced me to the law of attraction, and I feel like it even helps to this day. I've watched it so many times, especially when I'm starting to feel like this doesn't work and feeling crummy. I watch it and it just really helps, keeps me focused and on the right path. So make sure you check that out. It's on Netflix. Also, I will link down below in the description box some YouTube channels that I love following for law of attraction videos, as well as some really nice relaxing music. I love listening to like 432 hertz and 528 hertz. Those are like the frequencies that our bodies naturally are supposed to vibrate at or stay at, I guess. They're just so relaxing, and they do definitely put me in a just zen mood and keeps me on the right track. So those are kind of my thoughts on what the law of attraction is and how I discovered the law of attraction. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and found it helpful. I do have quite a few videos in mind that I want to do regarding this series, but of course, if you guys have any that you want me to do, make sure to leave me a comment, as well as if you have any experiences with the law of attraction, or if you practice the law of attraction, or maybe you're new to it. I'd love to know your guys' experience, so let me know down below as well. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Don't forget to stay mindful, watch your thoughts and emotions, and I will talk to you guys soon in my next video. Bye!